afternoon. I'll call to order this meeting of the Hennepin County Board of Commissioners on Tuesday, April 7, 2026. I'm Irene Fernando, Chair of the Board and District 2 Commissioner. I'm joined by District 1 Commissioner Jeff Lundy, District 3 Commissioner Marion Green, District 4 Commissioner Angela Conley, Vice Chair and District 5 Commissioner Debbie Gotel, District 6 Commissioner Heather Edelson, and District 7 Commissioner Kevin Anderson. Hennepin County acknowledges the magnificent land and vibrant waterways from which our institutions benefit are located upon the cultural, spiritual, and indigenous homeland of the Dakota Oyate. Hennepin County calls attention to the Dakota people's ongoing connection to this special place. I also want to acknowledge that this is our first board meeting in April and would like to take a moment to share that April is National County Government Month. This month is a time to recognize the important work of counties across the country and the people who make that work happen. It's an opportunity to reflect on the role we play at Hennepin County in supporting our community each and every day, and we extend heartfelt thanks to all of our employees, partners, and workers, because it is through your hard work and dedication that everything we do is possible. On to the agenda, the first item is the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is to approve the agenda. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Commissioners Lundy and Green. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 3 is Hennepin Highlights, and we have Celebrating Earth Day presented by Elisa Reckinger. I said that correctly. Please, welcome. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Chair, Commissioners, thanks for having me. I'm Elisa Reckinger, Environmental Education Supervisor with the Environment and Energy Department. And I'm excited to be here today to share what's happening throughout the county to celebrate Earth Day, which is coming up on April 22nd. Every Earth Day, our community is inspired to act together to protect the natural resources that make Hennepin County a special place to call home. We'll play a video now that showcases those natural resources and the actions the county and residents take to protect them.
Hennepin County is a beautiful place to live. Our lakes and rivers, forests and prairies, wetlands and bogs, parks, gardens, and trails all help create our sense of place, community, well-being, and wonder. Hennepin County conserves our natural resources by working with residents and partners to permanently protect natural areas, improve water quality, plant and care for trees, complete habitat restoration projects, and offer programs and services that reduce, reuse, and recycle. Every Earth Day, our community is inspired to act together to protect this special place we call home. From cleaning up, to planting trees, to celebrating and supporting wildlife, to swapping and repairing, there are so many ways to contribute, connect, and celebrate. Find ways to get involved at hennepincounty.gov/earth-day.
As you just saw, there's a lot of work being done and ways to get involved. Before I wrap up, I'll highlight a few specific opportunities this Earth Day. Our community shows up in force each year to participate in Earth Day litter cleanups, especially when we ask them to contribute to the Mighty Mississippi Cleanup Challenge for the past 2 years. This year, partners are raising awareness about the progress that has been made to restore the Mississippi River through the Sacred Water Shared Future campaign. In 1926, the Mississippi River was declared effectively dead in the Twin Cities. A century of collective action has brought it back to life, and this movement is celebrating that progress and inspiring the next 100 years of stewardship. A variety of river-focused activities, events, and programs are happening throughout the year, including the River Days of Action from June 1st to 15th. But before then, over the next few weeks, getting outside and cleaning up in your community is an easy way to contribute. More than 40 cleanup events are being held throughout Hennepin County over the next few weekends, or you could organize your own cleanup or sign up to adopt a drain. We are over halfway to our climate action goal of planting 1 million trees by 2030, along with cities, park districts, partners, and residents. Arbor Day is Friday, April 24th, and celebrations and tree plantings are happening throughout the county. We are also making progress toward our climate action goals of permanently protecting 6,000 acres of natural areas and partnering with farmers, landowners to protect water, improve soil health, and restore habitat. Many nature centers and libraries are holding events where you can learn about plants and animals, explore nature, build bird houses, and create wildlife habitat. We are working to advance a zero-waste future, in part by offering opportunities for the community to come together to share our skills and our stuff. The county, cities, and organizations are holding swap events for clothing, kids stuff, outdoor gear, games, craft supplies, garden tools, and more. And we continue to offer our popular Fix-It clinics. As I've highlighted, there are many events planned over the next few weeks to clean up, plant trees, explore nature, learn about local sustainability resources, participate in swaps, and more. To help residents discover these opportunities, we have a map and list of about 90 upcoming events on our Earth Day webpage. Thanks to all my colleagues, a few of whom are with me here today, who helped pull this information together and who will be conducting outreach at several of these events. We're excited to offer and support these opportunities. All of this work is connected to our commitment to foster stewardship of our environment and advance equity to support a healthy and thriving community. We encourage everyone to explore ways to contribute. Thank you for this opportunity to share about Earth Day.
Thank you for this highlight, and just want to acknowledge your team that's here. So thank you to the team. And I want to just express the gratitude for all the volunteer events. A lot of young people particularly enter their volunteerism through this type of entry level volunteer opportunity, supporting the environment, and just reminding all of us that this is the one Earth we have. So just want to express our gratitude to you. Colleagues, any additional comments before we move on in the agenda? Well, thank you very much. Item 4 on the agenda are minutes from our previous meeting. 4A is for the minutes from March 17, 2026. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioners Gotel and Conley. Any notes or corrections? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 5 is referral of correspondence and department communications. 5A through C are correspondence, and 5D to 5AA are department communications. May I have a motion to accept and refer as recommended?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Commissioners Anderson and Lundy. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 6 is commendations, for which we have none. 7 are Commissioner communications, and we have 3. The first is the Student Art Contest celebration offered by Commissioner Edelson. Please, Commissioner.
Thank you. On March 14th, my fellow commissioners, several Hennepin County staff, and I gathered at the Minneapolis Institute of Art to celebrate the finalist of the first ever Hennepin County Student Art Contest. It was a great event. Oh, there's a great picture. I haven't seen that one yet. Last December, students in Hennepin County in grades 6 through 12 were invited to submit their art around the theme of Belonging Begins Here, and that theme couldn't have been more important in the moment. I think, yes, Commissioner Conley and Commissioner Anderson, you could agree that I think we got a lot of feedback from families there that it was a feel-good moment. And thank you to all the ACAs as well that were there. All right, so 35 finalists were selected to display their art at the Minneapolis Institute of Art, also known as MIA. The artwork represents a wide range of styles and ideas showing how young people understand belonging and community. It was incredibly inspiring to see all the amazing pieces of art and the students, artists that created them. It was very empowering to see the young people use their creativity to express their ideas. I think one student said to me how much they loved that the idea that it was a positive way when they created the art. It was a positive way to think about our community in such a challenging moment. If you want an opportunity to see it, it is on display until April 26th. And I don't know if any other colleagues wanted to mention any piece of art that was pretty inspiring. I know Commissioner Conley, did you have any you had several people from your district.
Madam Chair,
Please.
I certainly did. Roosevelt High School showed up, so shout out to the Teddies. Just saying. But the pieces were really incredible, and I was just in awe at the sheer talent of our students.
Yeah, Agreed. The talent that our young people showcase there, from the drawings with pencil, pen, sculptures, material art, like it was amazing, the variety that existed, and the creativity. Like, these are things that I don't possess, and I loved being able to see that in representation from across the county. It wasn't. It really spanned the entire spectrum of every community, so it was wonderful.
Yeah, Commissioner Edelson, I just commend you for this. You had a lot of focus, initiative, and follow through, and the connection with it being at MIA is really, really special for any artist, especially a young artist. And so much of what we believe what we do here at the county is cool, and a lot of times that activity is because of something that isn't as great, or a harm in somebody's life or community. And as you expressed, this being rooted in such positivity, expression, and art truly does heal. And so thank you for your leadership in giving young people such a leadership opportunity at a time where we need healing art. So I just want to say thank you for that. Without any further discussion there, we will move to our second Commissioner communication, which is Volunteer Week offered by Commissioner Goodell. Go ahead, Commissioner.
Well, this is apropos to all the great things that we're talking about today. In honor of National Volunteer Week, celebrated April 19th through the 25th, this year we honor the important role that volunteers play in building our strong communities. At Hennepin County, our volunteers have helped extend the reach and impact of our services for more than 50 years. They help us meet residents where they are, and with compassion, respect, and with care. Our volunteers come from both our local community and within other organizations, and they're strengthening our culture and our public service here. And their support reaches across departments, volunteers with our staff in the courtrooms, correctional environments, service centers, libraries. They support programs that span the roadways and parks and much more. They are behind the scenes. They help improve our operations and create welcoming and supportive spaces for our residents and help us do our job. We wouldn't be anywhere without those great volunteers. Last year, 4,081 community volunteers contributed to more than 80,000 hours of service. Many of these volunteers show up to serve our residents over the course of many weeks and many for years. Our employees also give back. They're some of our best volunteers as well. They participated in 84 different voluntary events, donating more than 33,000 items in various donation drives to help our communities. Just incredible. Volunteerism is truly a part of who we are in Hennepin County. Volunteers don't just support our work, they expand the possibilities of our work. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to every volunteer and every employee who's given of their time and their talents just to serve Hennepin County residents and their neighbors. Thank you for modeling services and compassion. This is not only good for you, it makes us feel good, it's also good to show this for our youth and our young people, to set the example of what that can do for you. Your efforts to ensure that every resident has a chance to feel valued and supported, just can't go without mention. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least for Commissioner Communications is Black Maternal Health Month offered by Commissioner Conley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. April 11th through the 17th is Black Maternal Health Week. Black Maternal Health Week is an annual campaign founded and led by the Black Mamas Matter Alliance to build awareness, activism, and community building to amplify the voices, perspectives, and lived experiences of Black mamas and birthing people. There are multiple ways the county is working to improve Black maternal health right now. The Maternal Health Initiative began in 2021 to improve maternal health outcomes in Hennepin County. The county is proud to sustain commitment to advancing maternal health and birth justice through this initiative. Also, the new Birth Justice Community Advisory Board launched in March of 2026 with 11 members currently serving, with participation from members of the Birth Justice Collaborative and a focus on diverse membership through representation of Black and American Indian communities most impacted by maternal health disparities in Minnesota. This new board will provide advice and recommendations on maternal health equity matters affecting Hennepin County. The work certainly is ongoing. Between 2022 and 2025, over 5,800 participants have benefited from perinatal visits with providers and referrals to resources, and over 3,700 health professionals have received trauma-informed training and infant mental health training. Through this initiative, Hennepin County is partnering with community and investing in community initiated solutions, including African American Home Place, American Indian Perinatal and Birthing Lodge, cultural provider business supports and workforce development, the Birthing Bill of Rights, policy and payment reform. I want to express my gratitude to all of our Hennepin County staff and community partners for doing this important work to reduce and ultimately eliminate maternal health disparities. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda are claims register, 8A for the period ending March 2026. Oh, we had staff here. Let's clap.
Clap for staff.
8A is the claims register for the period ending March 2026. 8B, March 2026. 8B is for the claims register for the period ending March 27, and 8C for the period ending April 3, 2026. May I have a motion for all three, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioners Green and Edelson. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 9 is our consent agenda. These are items that would have passed unanimously out of committee. We have 9A to 9X. May I have a motion for the block?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioners Gotel and Anderson. Colleagues, any items we would like to highlight prior to voting? Commissioner Anderson?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to highlight first the support for the county sales tax to support our healthcare system in Hennepin County. I know that this is it's an important step in our advocacy to make sure that we are showcasing where we stand on this issue. And I think it's really important for us to say clearly that where we are right now is we need stable funding passed by the legislature this year, or the hospital will close. And that is where we are at in this moment, amid all of the turmoil that is happening around the hospital. We need stable funding to make sure that this critical resource can survive. And I'm proud to support this. I know that a sales tax isn't always the first option in a list of options to find stable funding. And certainly, in the, 41 days left, we'll be looking at every possible option to make the impact to our lowest income residents less severe so that we can continue to provide care. So, thank you.
Thank you. Colleagues, others out of our consent agenda that we would like to highlight before voting? Hearing and seeing none, we have 9A to 9X before us. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 10 is non-consent. These are items that would have passed out of committee but not unanimously, for which we have none. 11 are progress items, meaning it would have progressed from committee to board without a vote, for which we have none. 12 is old business, items that would have been seen by this board previously, and we have none. Just 3 in a row with none. Okay, so 13 is immediate approvals, and we have a few. 13A is the application by Fred Wells Tennis and Education Center for temporary on-sale liquor license for April 25th, 2026. I'll move this. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Commissioner Green. Ms. Wetland.
Chair Fernando, Commissioner Stan Rogan is here, and he's going to provide background to this.
Madam Chair and Commissioners, this is a routine item that has come before us on multiple years. The Fred Wells Tennis and Education Center is on unincorporated property, and the county is the licensing authority for a liquor license in unincorporated areas, and that's why it's before you.
Any discussion on this item? Hearing and seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 13A is approved. 13B is National Public Health Week proclamation offered by Commissioner Conley. Would you like to move it?
I will move it, Madam Chair.
I will second it. Go ahead.
Thank you. So yes, this week is National Public Health Week. This is a time when we honor how public health improves daily life and safeguards our communities. I'll have the clerk read the commendation, and I'll have some additional remarks after. Thank you, Ms. Rose.
Whereas the week of April 6th through April 12th, 2026 is National Public Health Week, and the theme is Ready, Set, Action. Recognizing how public health has improved our daily lives, safeguarded our families, expanded our lifespans, and strengthened our communities. It's also a time to celebrate the efforts of public health staff and partner organizations and encourage continuous improvement for the future. And whereas significant strides have been made in public health, including the following public health successes. 1. Hennepin County is improving health outcomes and working to eliminate disparities by addressing food insecurity through a $4 million investment in food support to 35 partners, providing support and access to culturally relevant foods to residents across the county. Additionally, the county invested another $2 million in response to the 30-plus day federal shutdown to ensure residents had readily available access in a time of crisis. 2. Hennepin County Public Health is reducing barriers to accessing childhood immunizations by providing a community-based vaccination clinics across the county, including clinics hosted in libraries and in partnership with local schools, providing 855 people with a total of 2,484 immunizations in 2025. 3. African American and Black and Indigenous women in Hennepin County experience higher rates of cardiovascular diseases, including heart attacks and strokes, than women of any other racial group. To address these disparities, Hennepin County has partnered with community and clinical partners since 2024 to develop and support culturally relevant prevention, care coordination, and mental health services. These efforts reached 5,000 community members in 2025 and supported the Your Heart Beats for Generations campaign co-created with our community. 4. The Red Door Exchange offers safer drug use supplies and essential medical services, including medications for opioid use disorder, testing, prevention, and treatment for STIs, hepatitis C, and HIV. It also offers wound care. In 2025, staff provided wound care to 761 participants and treated 567 patients for opioid use disorder. Staff also distributed 6,919 naloxone kits with 1,641 reported overdoses reversed, demonstrating significant impact in preventing fatal overdoses. 5. Health impacts of climate change, such as rising heat-related deaths, are now being mitigated by actions such as public health campaigns, local adaptation plans including cooling centers, and other preparedness plans to protect the public from extreme weather, wildfires, and other regional threats. And whereas Hennepin County Public Health recognizes racism as public health crisis and has committed to reducing health disparities and advancing health equity. And whereas Hennepin County Public Health envisions a community where all people are healthy, all people are valued, and all people thrive. And whereas Hennepin County Public Health professionals help communities prevent, prepare for, withstand, and recover from the impact of a full range of health threats, ranging from infectious disease outbreaks to natural disaster preparedness. And whereas efforts to adequately support public health and the prevention of disease and injury can continue to transform a health system focused on treating illness into a health system focused on preventing disease and injury and promoting wellness. And whereas engaging with the community for shared decision-making centers, Hennepin County Public Health strategy to enhance the health of our county residents through a disparity reduction lens. Be it resolved that the Hennepin County Board of Commissioners declares the week of April 6th through April 12th, 2026 as Public Health Week in Hennepin County in recognition of the efforts and impact of Hennepin County Public Health, its staff, and its partners in progressing the health of our community.
Thank you. So as we've heard, public health is at work, doing some incredible work. And especially at a time when public health funding is under attack, Hennepin County Public Health works to improve health by addressing social and environmental factors that affect people's health, offering programs and services that help our residents to be healthy and to stay healthy. These are efforts that range from responding to the immediate needs within our communities to ward off complications from harmful and preventable diseases. We've all seen them in the news. And address disparities in chronic conditions such as heart disease by bolstering our prevention efforts. We've been doing an incredible job at that. They work to make sure pregnant and breastfeeding people and their young children have access to nutritious foods. And they work with restaurants to make sure the food that they serve is safe. This year's theme of National Public Health Week celebration is Ready, Set, Action, a powerful reminder of the energy, dedication, and teamwork that's required to improve our community's health, our own health. Health in Hennepin County means preventing illnesses. It means providing care and being prepared to protect our community at all costs. And our public health department is an integral part of that ecosystem. To our staff and their colleagues in health departments across the country and state, thank you so much for the important work that you do.
Thank you. Colleagues, any additional comments before we bring this to vote? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries, and April 6 to 12 is officially Public Health Week in Hennepin County. 13C is declaring April 2026 as Fair Housing Month in Hennepin County, offered by myself. I'll move it. May I have a second? Thank you, Commissioner Gotel. This year marks 58 years since the passing of the Federal Fair Housing Act, and I'm excited to bring over a proclamation recognizing April as Fair Housing Month in Hennepin County. I'll hand it over to the clerk and have some comments after.
Whereas the month of April 2026 marks the 58th anniversary of the passage of the Fair Housing Act, which enunciates a national policy of fair housing for all who live in the United States. And whereas the Fair Housing Act guarantees that housing throughout the United States should be made available to all community members without regard to race, color, religion, gender, familial status, disability, or national origin. And whereas the Minnesota Human Rights Act guarantees that housing throughout the state of Minnesota should be made available to all community members without regards to marital status, sexual or affectional orientation, gender identity, creed, and public assistance status. And whereas barriers which diminish the right and limit the options of any community member diminish the rights of all community members. And whereas addressing the barriers to fair housing can be achieved through cooperation, commitment, and support of Hennepin County community members. Be it resolved that the Hennepin County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaims April 2026 to be Fair Housing Month and encourages all community members to support and endorse fair housing throughout the year and reaffirm their commitment to fair housing for all.
Thank you. As we mark the 58th anniversary of the Federal Fair Housing Act, it's important to reaffirm our county's long-standing commitment to ensuring fair, accessible, and equitable housing for all community members. Both the Fair Housing Act and the Minnesota Human Rights Act make clear that discrimination has no place in our housing system and in our communities for that matter, but certainly not in our housing system. Whether based on race, color, religion, gender, disability, family status, gender identity, sexual orientation, or other protected classes. Thank you to my colleagues and everyone across Hennepin County who continues to champion fair housing. Ensuring equal access to housing is foundational to building healthy, stable, and thriving communities. As we affirm this commitment during Fair Housing Month, let us continue working together to advance fairness, opportunity, and dignity for all residents. Housing has been such a focus here at the county, so if there's any additional comments that colleagues would like to make. But it's a very unanimous focus, so we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And April 2026 is Fair Housing Month in Hennepin County. Last on our agenda is 13D, declaring April 2026 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month, also offered by myself. I'll move this. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Conley. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. With this proclamation, we join many other local, state, and national government agencies in bringing awareness to this important issue and uplifting the voices of victims and survivors and all those whose lives have been profoundly impacted by sexual violence. I'll hand it over to the clerk and we'll have additional remarks after.
Whereas sexual violence is any type of non-consensual physical sexual act, including sexual assault, rape, domestic violence, dating violence, and stalking. And whereas sexual assault affects individuals of all ages, genders, races, and backgrounds, leaving profound and lasting scars that echo through our communities. Whereas nearly 1 in 4 women in the United States have experienced rape or attempted rape sometime in their lives, and 42% of men have reported some form of sexual harassment and/or assault in their lifetime. And whereas April is nationally recognized as Sexual Assault Awareness Month, excuse me, offering communities offering I'm sorry.
I can take it. Where is it? Right there, communities. Okay, perfect. Offering communities the chance to unite and educate, advocate, and take action against sexual violence. And whereas acknowledging Sexual Assault Awareness Month, Hennepin County emphasizes our commitment to fostering a safe and supportive environment for all residents free from threat of sexual violence. The resolution, be it resolved that the Hennepin County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaims April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month with special recognition to victims and those whose lives have been impacted by sexual violence.
Thank you for the teamwork up here. Hennepin County recognizes the importance of raising awareness about sexual assault, promoting prevention strategies, and supporting survivors. I'll just share personally, since being here in 2019, I'm very, very proud of how we have bolstered a centeredness on victims and survivors with special attention towards youth and those with intersecting identities, and the ways in which circumstances and resources and economics entwine with the risk of sexual violence, as well as the livelihood and safety of those families. Everyone is impacted by this violence. Every corner of our community, every young child somehow intersects with this type of violence and harm. And so I just express gratitude to my colleagues up here, as well as to the many, many providers and providers in the community and departments across the organization who have sought to uplift the resident feedback of this harm. We will certainly continue to ensure that your voices are centered and that we are developing the resources to meet the needs that are honestly growing in this particular moment, especially in light of what's been occurring in the last several months. On April 1st, the Lowry Avenue Bridge was lit turquoise in honor of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And again, would like to extend, I'd like to extend special thanks, I hope that they're here, from the Sexual Violence Center who brought this proclamation you're great. To my Office for Awareness, thank you, and to all of the providers and the families that you work with every single day, not only to meet individuals on a lot of times their hardest moment in life, but also for the compassionate caregiving that you provide throughout your relationship with them, and as they, begin to uplift themselves from these types of dynamics in those situations, I should say. And with that, we will, if you'd like to take a photo with us, I wasn't sure how you wanted to do the proclamation, but thank you truly for bringing this forward. With that, if there's any comments, colleagues, Commissioner Ellison.
Thank you for bringing this. I just will say I have a 13-year-old, and one of the discussions that we're having is around with the internet and with social media, just how prevalent it is. There's young people now that are being coaxed into sending new pictures of themselves and then being blackmailed, where they're having to send them money. And so I think the more we talk about sexual assault and sexual violence and what that actually could mean and just the different forms that it's taking as we progress in society, it's looking very different than it once was, and it's still not okay. So I think just being able to speak out about what that looks like for young people too, and just the different forms that it's taking is important.
Thank you, Commissioner, for bringing that up, especially because the way in which the standard that young people should be treated in needs to be modeled and reinforced with very specific examples. And at a time period where youth are taking healthy risks or seeking a different type of attention, it is important for us as adults and leaders, and for us as the government, local government, to really develop the resources to ensure that young people are safe and protected in the activities that they're pursuing or exploring, and that we are setting a very high standard of consent. So I really, especially with social media and the internet. So thank you. Colleagues, any additional comments before we bring this to vote? All those in favor of 13D, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries, and April 20 is officially Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Hennepin County.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. People are really working and taking it serious for that time. Huh. I think about all these countries are not there yet.
Colleagues, that concludes our agenda, so I'll take a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioners Gotel and Edelson. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and we are adjourned, but don't go too far. We have a meeting of the Rail Authority and the HHS Board coming up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Hennepin County Regional Railroad Authority. Today's Tuesday, April 7, 2026. Our first item of business is to approve the agenda. Is there a motion and a
So
second?
moved?
Motion from Commissioner Anderson, a second from Commissioner Fernando. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, our agenda is approved. Our one item of business is to approve the meeting minutes from our March 17th, 2026 meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
Second?
Motion from Commissioner Cattell, second from Commissioner Anderson. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the minutes are approved. We have no new business. We are adjourned.
Is it a record?
No.
Jeff?